Okay, so to save some time for this double zigzag card, I've pre-cut everything and I've pre-stamped everything. I've got all my stamped bits over here on the right hand side. I'm using the Hello Ladybug. I've used the ladybug body, the wings and the dots, and I've also cut a few flowers. I'm not sure whether I'll use them or not, and then the big leaf. Okay, I'll leave links directly under the YouTube video and links also in the accompanying blog post over on my blog, which is at www.applelover53.co.uk, and then just click on the blog tab and look for this card, and there'll be direct links to my Stampin' Up shop for all the products that I've used. This card, when finished, will actually fit in our slim envelopes, and you get 15 in a pack, and they come in green, grey and white, and they're all kind of lined inside with a pattern and have got, you know, the sticky bit on ready for you to just fasten your envelope. So this is the ScanNCut cutting file that is available in my ScanNCut cutting file shop, again at applelover53.co.uk. Click on shop and then just scroll down one. I think it's the top option, and it says ScanNCut cutting files. So I've cut this from black card. This will fit just on a piece of UK A4 cardstock with your card on your ScanNCut mat in portrait, so literally just within the width of the 8 1/4, and then you'll obviously have some left over. If you're using 8.5 by 11, this will fit on easily, but as I say, just put your piece of cardstock on your mat, do a background scan and make sure you position it. You can fold this any way you want, but I tend to fold mine with working from the bigger side on the left. The first score line is a valley fold. The cutting file is already pre-scored for you. If you don't want to have the ScanNCut put the fold lines in, you should be able to ungroup the cutting file and remove the fold lines, and then this panel comes back. So I was mindful when I put my designer series paper to cut on my ScanNCut mat that I knew I was going to fold the card this way. So I made sure that the first element cut in this orientation, because that's going to cut in there. And then with the second piece, within the edit feature on the ScanNCut machine, I flipped it horizontal so that the cut was that way, because the cutting file lines up on the mat like so. I didn't want the dots, so I wanted it all to be the same, so I flipped that, and then the last one cuts in the right orientation. So I'm just going to stick them on now. I'm just going to use Tombow because it just gives me a little bit of wiggle room, you know, for placing the paper, and just sit it, you know, as best you can centrally on your panel. I have made this so it's about 1/4 inch all the way round smaller, so it should sit nicely for you. And just kind of try and line up this edge with this edge when you're placing it. It's not vital, you know, at the end of the day, it's a handmade card, and then this one's going to go on here. I think my Tombow is getting near to the end of its life. And again, I'm just lining that up kind of centrally on the panel. And then what I also did, I cut another of the big panels, but just from basic white. And this is going to go on the back of my card, and that's where you can write your greeting or stamp a greeting or whatever it is you want to do. So again, I'll just put this on. I've got glue on my fingers. That's the only thing with Tombow. I tend to kind of get covered in the glue, but it just, for something like this, especially when I'm recording, it just gives me a little bit of wiggle room to, you know, be able to maneuver. Okay, so that's the card as it's looking so far. Again, you could cut another white panel if you want to go in there. I've not for the video. So now I've got all my elements. So the first thing I'm going to do is layer up my ladybug. In the last video I did using this stamp set, I think all the way through I called this a butterfly. So just ignore me. You know, put it down to old age or whatever if I call it a butterfly again. So I'm just going to stick the wings. And again, I've cut all these pieces with the ScanNCut, but you know, you could fussy cut it or whatever. I think there's a punch actually that goes with this. As I say, I'll list all the products that are available if you want to buy them in my Stampin' Up shop. If you don't have a ScanNCut machine, there is now also an Amazon shop with affiliate links on my website. It's on the bottom of the homepage, and in there I've listed kind of all the things I use that are not Stampin' Up, because I do get asked a lot, you know, like, where do you buy the ScanNCut? What sewing machine do you use? What overlocker do you use? All that kind of thing. So I've created an Amazon store and it's got affiliate links. Okay, so that's how we're looking so far. So my thinking is for this card that I'm going to put these leaves kind of like so. Now the top one, I don't want it to extend up, you know, beyond the top of the card, because obviously you want this to fit in an envelope. So I'm kind of thinking, but the others, it doesn't matter how you do it. So I'm kind of thinking something like that. So I think I'm going to stick the leaves down flat. So I'll pop that one on like so. This one I'll have go in the opposite way, and this one I'll have down here. I'm just kind of keeping my finger at the top so I don't put any glue here, and that way I can, if I want to, have it, you know, overlapping the card. So it's going to look like that. And then for my ladybugs, I'm going to pop those up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to pop a dimensional near to the bottom of the ladybug, and then that way, you know, the glue's not going to be all over the place. So I'm going to have that one like so, that one like that, and again this can overhang because, you know, it's overhanging onto this element of the card, but this one I want to kind of keep within the body of the card. So that's how it's looking so far. So now I think it needs a little bit of sparkle, and I have got a few little flowers that I can embellish with if I want to. So I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella pen, and this basically is just like a very fine liquid with a glitter in it, and I'm just going to add it to the body and just rub over the wings just to give it a little bit of added sparkle. And basically you squeeze it and ink comes down into the barrel. Not sure how well you're going to see it. And then you don't have to squeeze while you're using it. You just literally paint it on and it will add that nice little bit of sparkle to whatever you apply it to. I'll see if I can, not sure how well you're going to see it, but there definitely is a little bit of sparkle there. Okay. And then for the flowers, as I say, I don't know, I might just put a couple down here at the bottom, maybe 3. So I'll use my mini dimensionals and my piercing tool just to grab them off the sheet. And then I might just kind of put them in a little cluster down at the bottom, just, you know, for a little bit of added something really. Don't have to do this. Kind of like so, won't use those. And then can't have a card without a bit of bling, so let me bring my Take Your Pick tool in. This has got like a sticky putty end that just makes picking up your embellishments so easy. and I just find pushing them away helps to get them off the card. There you go. So that's today's project, my double zigzag scan and cut cutting file. As I say, it opens up, you could put another panel in there or another piece of paper, whatever you want really. And then on the back you can write your greeting or your message. But that's all made with the Hello Ladybug stamp set, the cutting file from my ScanNCut shop. And as I say, it will fit into our slimline envelopes if I can get it open. Slides nice and easily in there, nice shape back, and fits in beautifully. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't already do so, and please give this video a thumbs up. It does help, honestly, it helps my channel get pushed out to more people so that more people looking for scan and cut projects or Stampin' Up projects can find my channel. It really does help. It doesn't cost you anything, but it just actually, you know, really does help me out. This is my full-time job, you know, Stampin' Up and making free scan and cut videos for you all. So any help at all that you can give me just by giving the video, you know, the thumbs up, really does help. So that's today's project. Thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.